You are now tuned in to Power Podcasts, the Empower Hour. Peace and blessings, beautiful souls. I am Brandi L. Bates, author of Moonshine for the Soul, The Art of Grind, and many, many other books, fiction and nonfiction. I'll be your host for tonight. You can find me on Twitter at Soledad Francis, and on Instagram at Brandi is winning, Brandi with an I. Most of these podcasts can be found archived on YouTube, hashtag Power Podcast, but you want to get them while they're fresh, while they have their spirit and vitality and etal and enzymes, by subscribing to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and or Podomatic.com. That is brandibates.podomatic.com. Now that we've got that out the way, today we are talking about the state of flux. What will matter? What will matter? Schools are teaching, the same BS when you really think about it. Everything is evolving. The car industry, auto industry, technology, computers, computing, the way we do business, the way we order food, the way we order merchandise, the way we meet our significant others, everything is evolved and changed except for the public education system. And it just reminds me that we cannot change the past, only recover from it, right? And perhaps, learn its cruel lessons. But, one thing is for certain is that we don't learn from history. The systems that we've relied on for years are broken. When you were born, for instance, you were immediately influenced by your parents, right? Immediately influenced by your parents. And because they've been indoctrinated and they've been ran through the same matrix system that you're about to go through, they bombard you with their thoughts, with their religion, fears, limitations, beliefs, and programming. As flawed and fucked up as that programming may be, right? Stay with me. Or worse, they try to teach you what they themselves actually do not know or are not certain about. Right? Ever worse still, their behavior and habits begin to program you. There are a tremendous amount of broken men and women walking around today with a defeatist attitude because that's what mama programmed into them, or who never finish anything they start because that's how daddy programmed them. Question normal. Question tradition. Challenge your narrative. Think about it. Within 4 to 5 years of emerging from the womb, within 4 to 5 years, you're sitting at a desk being taught what's possible and what isn't possible, right? A couple of years later, how to solve a quadratic equation, who discovered America, what happened in 1776, etc., etc., etc. Never anything that will actually liberate you or get you to operate outside of the current paradigm. Essentially, programming of your reality. What we believe about government, what we believe about banking, music, art, school, education, religion, you name it. What we believe is what has been instilled in us from the moment we were born. 95% of our life is coming from the programs of life, how to live life, that we get in the first 7 years of life. 95% of our life is coming from the programs that were programmed into us within those first 7 years. That's why I always say, when you're thinking about your passion, when you're thinking about your purpose, when you're thinking about why you're really here, go back to what you were interested in when you were a kid. What did you want to be when you were 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old? What were you passionate about? What did you love doing? What did you always find yourself getting lost in? Were you reading books? Were you building forts? Were you, what were you doing? What were you into? What did you love? Not what your parents got you into, not what you saw your brothers or your sisters doing, but what you were about. Every human being's first 7 years downloads hypnosis. Every child under the age of 7 occupies a lower vibrational frequency, and it's actually called theta. But also, children have less baggage. That's why it's easier to program children. That's why Frederick Douglass wrote, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men, right? Because theta is imagination. Theta is also hypnosis. Stay with me. Imagination, hypnosis, theta. Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge, because knowledge is limited. Whereas imagination is limitless. Imagination embraces the entire world. He said, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Your unconscious behavior downloaded into you determines everything you do. How you were raised affects everything you do. Self-sabotage, bad habits, smoking, drinking, having sex with that dude you know you shouldn't, right? A lot of that comes from programming. Things just laying dormant in your subconscious reality. You don't even know why you into it. You don't even know why you are attracted to what you're attracted to, why you're into what you're into. And a lot of it is beyond your control, beyond your comprehension, beyond your understanding. 95% of your daily life, how you act, how you think, what you do and fail to do, comes from those programs in the subconscious every day. Only 5% of the time are you using conscious waking reality. Okay? Your life is being lived. For 400 years, the Jesuits would boast this. Give me the child for 7 years and I'll show you the man. The Jesuits. We don't understand, for instance, that, the markets determine everything. In our current paradigm, in our current reality, 2019, cash rules everything. And people make money because they solve problems. Okay? That's why, see, when you think about like wealth, you think about money, you think about careers and what we do for a living, we forget the root of it. People make money because they solve problems. If you don't solve a problem, you make no money. That's just the way this system works. Okay? That's why doctors are higher income earners than, say, someone who shampoos your carpet, someone who serves you toast and coffee, somebody who washes your car. The doctor is going to earn more because they save lives, or at least prolong lives, right? They mend broken limbs. They solve bigger problems. Bigger pearl, bigger wealth. Bigger diamond, bigger worth. Another way to generate income is how much value you provide. How much value you provide. The more value you provide, even if that value is entertainment, you would be surprised how much money is in comedy, how much money is in hip hop, how much money is in porn. I said it. The more value you provide, the more income you will generate. So ultimately, it's about providing value and solving problems. Providing value and solving problems. Providing value. Solving problems. Currently, we're in a so-called bull market. The term bull market generally refers to periods of time when prices go up, you can get more for your house, you can sell that car, stocks are up, business is good, everything is all good, everybody is doing all good. But the broad definition of a bull market is basically a sustained period where prices rise and rise, usually months or years. And so the term is most commonly used in reference to the stock market. But other asset classes can have bull markets as well. So you can have the real estate having a bull market, commodities, foreign currencies. Right now, we're experiencing a lot of growth with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right? The opposite of a bull market is a bear market. A bear market, which is characterized by falling prices. Typically, that's, all wrapped up in pessimism, negativity. People hate the government. People hate the laws, and the economy is down, and people are out of work, and unemployment is high. So understand the economy is cyclical. Okay, it's cyclical. So a bull thrusts its horns up into the air while a bear swipes his paws downward. That's where we get it from. Bull market, bear market. Okay. You've got to understand, no matter what the economy is doing, you can always be wealthy. How many of you know, even in the greatest of the greatest depressions and recessions, there were millionaires? No matter what the economy is doing, that should not have any pull or any control over your personal economy, over your personal bag, over your household. The key is, you got to keep exposing yourself to high quality, high performers. Get around the movers and the shakers. Not necessarily, people, they're famous and they're doing this and that and they're in this magazine and they were highlighted on it. But no, results driven. When I say high quality, high performers, I'm talking about results driven. Someone who says, this is what I'm going to do, and they deliver. They deliver what they promise. If you learn to do in 3 to 6 hours, I will always say this. If you learn to do in 3 to 6 hours what takes others 9 hours, in a matter of years, you'll live as few others live. Because you're building a better mousetrap. This is why we see the economy leaning towards, popularity leaning towards online activity. With the advent of PayPal and things like Uber Eats and DoorDash, and people, it's changing, it's disrupting the entire paradigm. But in the midst of all of this opportunity and people just doing all these amazing, incredible things, and technology is just booming, what are you going to tell your grandchildren? 50 years from now, 60 years from now, shit, might even be 30 years from now, 25. Some of you knocking on some grandbabies now, if you're not already. But with all this free information, libraries wide the fuck open. The greatest transfer of wealth in human history. For the first time, companies are worth multi-billions and trillions of dollars. Alibaba coming out of China, Amazon, Elon Musk's SpaceX, Tesla, in a free country with free access to everything, including education. What were you doing? What are you going to tell your grandchildren? Because see, our ancestors had to deal with dire poverty. Some of them had to deal with slavery. Some of them had to deal with ongoing war, being sent to war. Some of them had to deal with the wall, Berlin. Some of them had to deal with Jim Crow. Virtual inability to rise up. Redlining. You follow me? But you, what are you doing in a free country with free access to everything, education, the greatest wealth transfer in human history, all this free information? What's going to be your excuse as to why you didn't pull up to your full potential? Because understand, if you can learn how to use your mind, anything is possible. All things are possible when you learn to use your mind. Discipline is everything. You can do nothing without discipline. Discipline is what separates us from the wild animals. Discipline is eating what you need instead of eating what you crave. It's easy to cave into discipline. That's your normal, natural thing your body wants to do, right? It's the normal thing your ego wants to chase. In the Bhagavad Gita, they say, the mind under control is your best friend. The mind wandering about is your worst enemy. Make it your best friend. It's your mind. Make it your BFF to the point where you can rely on it. Your mind makes you strong from within. It's your wise companion, right? The sacrifices you make will be rewarded. Life doesn't change, but your perception does, always. Everything is about your perception. It's all about what you focus on. So withdraw from the world's influence, because again, in the midst of one of the greatest wealth transfers in our reality, what are you doing? Are you focusing on Khloe Kardashian, Kanye? Are you focusing on R. Kelly? Are you focusing on Donald Trump? Are you focusing on ISIS and Al Qaeda? Or are you focusing on your goals, your purpose, your dreams, the shit you came here to do, your legacy, your generational wealth, your health, getting your mind and body right? Because honestly, really, that's the only thing that's real. When you turn off your television and you unplug your internet connection, your Wi-Fi, only thing that's real is what's in your house, what's in that room with you, what's in your life, what's in your reality day to day. Withdraw from the world's influence and no longer be controlled by your emotions. If you can grab the will of your mind, you can steer the direction of where your life will go. We've got to stop playing not to lose. Because a lot of us, we're not playing to win. We just don't want to lose. You don't got to be the fastest. Just, don't just be faster than the slowest one. No. We can't. That's not the way you can't keep living like that. We've got to stop playing not to lose and start playing to win. Too many people spend too much time debunking what another man or woman is speaking life to or into, and not enough time just building your own shit. Build your own shit. It's easier to be fat, and lazy and just be, I'm body positive. And no, that's not your highest self. That's not your best self. You haven't always looked like that. Come on now. We gotta stop being proud of mediocrity and being okay with it. We gotta stop being okay with just average. I just barely made it. Stop playing not to lose. Start playing to win. It's easy to stay in the bleachers, on the sidelines, in nosebleed, talking shit. It's easier to do that than to actually wake your ass up early, get in the gym, sit down and meditate, get into your yoga pose, sit down at the desk, pound it out, get in the field, shake some bushes, get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. This is your feelings, emotions. Being controlled by your emotions. This is the reptilian mind. It only feels, never actually thinks. The reptilian mind, it craves, it hungers, it feeds. Right now, we are in a state of flux. You would be amazed at how freely we give away our civil liberties, and our information. We just put it out there. Because, see, Orwell, Brave New World, Karl Marx, all of the old school conspiracy theorists, they never imagined in a million years we would just give out our information. They thought Big Brother would force us to reveal our lives, force himself into our homes. They never imagined we would freely give up. We FaceTiming and we going live in our underwear. How freely we give out our bank account information. You're just putting your bank account information in these apps. You don't know where it's going. You're just assuming, I e-signed some shit, right? They told me about some cookies and I e-signed some shit. Let me put my bank account information in here. And you got all your money in that bank account. And you just giving it away willy-nilly. That's how we living. Your search engine. Google and Facebook probably know more about you than your own mother. Come on, don't get brand new. Some of you are living lives not a soul would believe. But that Google search engine, baby, that Google search engine knows the truth. It knows you. And you would be amazed at how deep Google is into AI, artificial intelligence, AI, wearable technology, and the transhumanist ideology. You'd be amazed at how deep Google is into that. Research the Google mind, their AI technology. How they had to cut the cord on it because it was getting too real. It was communicating and it was saying some shit. The programmer's like, wait a minute, we didn't program this into it. Research US 515-9703. US 515-9703. Stay woke, okay? Silent subliminal presentation system. The silent subliminal presentation system. And this deals with things like gang stalking, laser attacks of targeted individuals. Some real tinfoil shit. But it's a real pattern. That's what makes it real. It's real. Directed energy weapons, mind control, implants. And did you know that in 2001, the US government, the us government referred to chemtrails as an exotic weapon. An exotic weapon. Chemtrails. Yeah. Get into this. Research the Space Preservation Act. The Space Preservation Act. Also, while you at it, research US 650-6148. 650-6148. US 650-6148. Again, another patent. The nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic fields from monitors. A patent. Understand, by 2030, the human brain will be totally connected to artificial intelligence. We are in a state of influx and flux. Influx of downloads, influx of ideas. We've got alien technology going on. We've got ascension going on. We have the blending of timelines going on. Research the Mandela effect. Research the D-Wave computer as of today. Not some shit from 2 years ago. Today. Also, more and more algorithmic censorship. Algorithmic censorship. A lot of you are shadow banned on different social media sites and platforms, and you don't even know it. Shadow banned. Right now, the iPhone 6 literally has more intelligence and more power than the whole Apollo 13 project. Are you with me? All of this is the fruit of our minds. But amid all this information, we have to learn to tap into the depths of our physiology, into our endocrine systems, the hormonal system, adrenaline, serotonin, dopamine, DMT, the immune system. Just the other day, the second person officially, this is documented in 2019, officially the second person was clinically cleared of HIV. A couple of years back, the first patient they cleared this patient as their HIV had gone into remission, no longer showing up on the test, completely cured of it. And so they redid the research. But we are in a state of flux. And what will matter? What will matter? We're moving into a whole new paradigm. We are shifting through dimensions, and you don't even know it. Quickly, time is moving swiftly, swift. Because when you believe something is hard, the universe demonstrates the difficulty. When you believe something is easy, the universe demonstrates the ease. And yet, we've got all this technology. I say that to say, all things are possible. All things are possible. But we still don't have control over our happiness, strength, health, stress. A lot of us balling, wealthy, educated. Still no control over how another person makes you feel. No control over your health. All the money. All the titles. No control over the stress in your life. You've got to learn how to visualize your life. as you want it to be. It's about becoming superior to who you currently are and superior to what you've learned up to this point. Because again, remember, you've been programmed. How you think, what you read, what you listen to, the types of food you like, what you are attracted to, your line of work, how you dress, the lilt in your voice, all of these programming. And so as someone who was born and raised in Argentina sounds totally different from someone who was born and raised in Ireland. Different programming. Different code. It's about becoming superior to who you currently are and superior to what you've learned. On the total autonomic nervous system level, your total autonomic nervous system. And that deals with something called the vagus nerve. If you have influence over that, you have influence over things like inflammation. And we now know that inflammation is the root cause of all disease. Inflammation. Acid, mucus, right? Mucus in the scalp, we call it dandruff. Mucus in the blood, mucus in the bones, mucus in the organs, we call them tumors. Inflammation, root of all disease. One big cause, different names, different systems, different organs. Because a totally Teflon immune system can fight just about everything. And any doctor worth his or her medical degree will tell you this. Healthy immune system is where it's at, because that's going to fend everything off. But when that's compromised, then, the infidels enter into the kingdom, right? Short of bullets and fire, a Teflon immune system can fight just about everything. But the autonomic system, the endocrine system, can be totally influenced. The powers that be know this. They don't want you to know this, because we live in a sick world. Corporations rake in billions and billions and billions of dollars from people being sick. The healthcare industry revolves around sickness. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Cancer and depression, chemo and pills and medicine in a prescription form. That's what makes for a healthy economy. A sick world. A lot of you don't even know the drug industry funds a lot of the mafia. A lot of the mob goes into a lot of politics. The narco world. Yes. Did you know the opioid crisis in the U.S.? Opioid crisis, right? Fentanyl and Xanax and Percocets and methamphetamines has claimed more American casualties than all of the Vietnam War, 9/11, and the war in Afghanistan combined, all of them combined. Opioid crisis has come in and just devastated whole communities. Black, white, young, old, wealthy, poor, Republican, Democrat, middle America. It doesn't matter. The real terrorists ruling over our minds is in making us believe that we can have zero control over our lives, zero control over healing ourselves, making us believe that we can't go into the deepest depths of our physiology. That's the real terrorists. Get into this. State of flux. We've got to begin to strategically place new programs into our subconscious mind. Because the conscious mind is creative. Imagination, visualization, positive affirmations, repetition. Even it's like when you feeling foul and you feeling bad and you feeling down and you feeling negative, just keep repeating yourself. I feel good. Today's a great day. I feel better than ever, better than most. I'm good. Just even if you have to lie to yourself, keep saying it. Keep saying it. The two popular, most effective ways of updating the subconscious mind as we know it is repetition. Doing shit religiously, habitually, and hypnosis. Repetition and hypnosis. Repetition and hypnosis. How many of you know we've been hypnotized from childhood? You've been hypnotized. I'm saying learn how to hypnotize yourself to your own ends, to your own goals. Hypnotize yourself with the shit you want to, hypnotize yourself with. Hypnotize yourself with the things that you want to do and achieve and see and be and have. And that's why we say you will know them by their addictions. Because addiction is habit on steroids. What you do or what you are led to without any effort. Those are your addictions. Whether it's sugar, whether it's cocaine, whether it's cigarettes, whether it's alcohol, whether it's gambling or porn or sex or whatever. Some of you are addicted to Facebook. Some of you are addicted to online gaming. Whatever your addiction is, it's ingrained in you. But you must become a master at visualization. You have a reticular activating system in your brain. Reticular activating system. The reticular activating system is a short pencil-sized piece of the brain. It's located just above where the spinal cord is attached to the brain, and it acts as the gatekeeper of information between most sensory systems and the conscious mind, right? But the reticular activating system, it's a filter system, okay? It filters out what's important, what's not important. Because you see a lot of shit in the course of a day. You see a lot of words, you hear a lot of sounds, you feel a lot of sensations, right? Your mind, it's the reticular activating system. It's going to help filter out, this isn't, but the thing is, it's like an algorithm. It starts to operate on your beliefs. So whatever you believe, whatever is ingrained in you innately, that's what it's going to filter to see and to recognize. Anything outside of that box, it's not acknowledging it. It gives you confirmation bias. Confirmation bias. The reticular activating system. It looks for things to support your beliefs that you already have and to support your mindset, your current paradigm. Your mind tends to read into and seek out things that support what you already believe and how you already think. It keeps you in your comfort zone. Comfort zones are cool. They feel good. It's warm. It's fuzzy. It's nice. You won't grow there. You won't rise there. You won't ascend there. You'll never find greatness in your comfort zone. It's not there. It's not there, baby. It's like looking for lobster and steak at Burger King. It's not there. You won't find it. It's a survival mechanism in an attempt to protect you. Much in the same way you gain a ton of weight with reckless abandon after going on a diet. Go on a diet, lose a lot of fat, release a lot of fat, build some muscle, and then just stop doing all the shit you did to lose the weight. You just stop exercising, stop working out, just eat whatever the hell you want to eat. And not only will you gain the weight back that you lost, but you're going to gain so much more. The body wants to maintain stat quo. Your body basically wants to keep you right where you are because any change it feels is a threat. So you have to program the body in the same way you program your mind. And by tapping into your reticular activating system through visualization, through habit, through repetition, your brain will be encoded with new forms of belief and new programming. I'm not talking about just 101 positive affirmations and goals out loud each day. I'm talking about 1,000 visualizations. Positive affirmations each day. How are you talking to yourself? In the car, on the train, while you're brushing your teeth, in the shower, on the ride to work, on your way to rehearsal, out loud each day. I'm not talking about 25 sit-ups, crunches, 25 squats, 3 sets, a 10. No, I'm talking about 1,000. Get your weight up. Not 3 hours of cold calling. That's cute. A little 3 hours of cold calling. I see you. But 1,000 cold calls per day. Imagine where your business would be if you made 1,000 calls per day. All my salesmen always be closing. I'm talking about changing the game. You will reprogram your filter and reprogram your brain with visualization. This then helps you to spot opportunities, because when you see it in the mind, then the body, that reticular activating system, it's going to look for everything to confirm the shit you done poured into it. You'll spot opportunities you never knew existed. Right beneath your nose. Right in your own backyard. Opportunities. You can get exactly what you want from the components that are already present in your life. You don't have to be in another country. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Power Podcast. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful, amazing rest of your day. State of flux. What will matter?